Hi, welcome to Inspiration Daily for November 24th, 2021. I'm your host, Gina Greenlee of GinaGreenlee.com. Check it out. Today's inspiration is kale. Kale inspires me to find a way to eat it without gagging. Actually, that's a little extreme. I actually can eat kale, and I have eaten kale without gagging. I bought a whole bunch of frozen kale because I couldn't deal with fresh kale. And some of you might be saying, well, that's part of your problem, getting with some fresh kale. But if you've listened to one of my other videos, is I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Not because I can't, not because I don't know how, but because I choose not to. So I'm trying to figure out a way to eat kale. It's very fibrous, so it's very good for you in that sense, and it's also very good for you because it's chock-a-block full of nutrients. So when I eat it, I'm chewing and chewing and chewing, and literally, like, my face hurts and my jaw hurts, and like I wake up in the middle of the night and I've got TMJ pain because you really have to chow down on this stuff. It's not a slider, and that's why it's good for you. So I do like kale, but I can load it up with butter or cheese or something like that. Again, it kind of defeats the purpose of all of its nutritious and healthy attributes. So this is my inspiration. I have one idea, and that is to use my blender gifted to me by my play mom and blend it up and then put it in a pot with, I don't know, did I want to get some chicken broth or something, or some kind of miso, basically some miso broth, and then add a few dollops of Zhoug sauce. I'll put that in the transcript. It's a Mediterranean condiment, which I love. It's delicious. If you don't like cilantro, it's not for you, but I love cilantro. So that's going to be one start. I went to the internet. I do know about Google. And I just didn't find any recipes, but I'm going to keep going. See, I'm inspired because I do like kale. Part of it is, it's not even that I don't like this, it tends to be a little bit on the bitter side, but it's not even so much that. Part of it's really hard for me to chew, and I did a whole thing on my dental hygiene, and I still have all my original teeth. But no spring chicken, I'm 60 years old, and it's like, it's just, it really hurts my face. So I'm inspired. I'm inspired to find a way to eat kale on a fairly regular basis, like, maybe 3 times a week, because there's other vegetables. Like I do eat fresh, spinach, baby spinach, the dark lettuce, and those are lovely. And those are a little easier. They're a little easier to chew than, because that's really my issue. But it's also, kale is a little bitter. I gotta learn how to eat it, man. Because if you don't, so here's the thing about making changes in your nutritional regime is, if it's not sustainable. I'm a health educator by academic training, among other things. If you don't like it, it won't be sustainable. People will ask, well, what is the best exercise? The one you're going to do, honey, on a regular basis. That's the best one. So that's the thing. I got to find a way to love on kale, and so I'm inspired. Thanks for joining me.